My friends, if you like summons, this is the video for you. Here we are on my main account, and I'm about to do the most sacred shard pulls I've ever done on any one of my accounts ever. I'm about to do 38 sacred pulls. That is a fact, and I cannot wait to do it. To some of you, that may not sound like that much, and to others, it may sound like a ton. And to the others, you're right, it is a ton. Here we are on my balling on a budget account. I've been diligently saving my sacreds, only using them like 2 or 3 at a time to help with summon rushes for 3+ months now. And we have gotten the number up to 44 sacreds, and I need to pull exactly 38 to get this Swordmaster path done. So let me give you 30 seconds of background info in case you're watching this in the future, and then let's get right into the pulls. So right now we are wrapping up the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collab event with Raid Shadow Legends, and we have the big event at the end, the Swordmaster's path. And from this path, if you're able to get enough points, you can get both Leonardo, an incredible and time-limited Void Legendary Champion, and his 5-star Perfect Soul. The total number of points needed for both, as you can see right here, is 195,250. If we look over here, I have basically exactly 24,250. Some very basic arithmetic will tell you, if we look over here, that I am 171,000 points short, and in this event, a Sacred Shard is worth 4,500 points. So some quick math, it's pretty easy to see. We need to pull exactly 38 Sacred Shards. So without further ado, let's get into it. The final thing before we hop in, I do want to say, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please do me a favor and subscribe. We are trying to post on this channel and grow this channel every single day. And if you're not yet playing Raid, or you want to start another account or start fresh, use my link in the description in the top pinned comment. It is considered the best starter link in all of Raid Shadow Legends. 4 insane champions almost immediately, including the ridiculously overpowered Deacon Armstrong on download. Okay, let's hop in. We've got 44 sacreds. I'm going to do 38, the most I have ever done. We do have a progressive chance here. These are really, really unreliable when it comes to non-void legendaries because the pool of non-void legendaries is so enormous. That being said, we are going to select Corvus. There are a few good choices here. I think Richtof is probably the worst. I got April from the Titan, I got Donnie from the Fusion, and I got Wrath from the deck they did a couple weeks ago. So without further ado, let's start pulling. We're starting at 44, so we're going to take this down to 6 because I want to do 38 total. I also want to say, I'm superstitious. If we ever go more than 5 sacreds in a row without a legendary, or I should say if and when we do, I'm going to restart the game. That's just how I work, all right? I don't think it does anything, but like I said, it will give me peace of mind. If we could come out of this with 3 legendaries, I would be over the moon. I just want to get 1 good legendary I'm excited about, and I'm happy to build. Oh, for our first 3 now. One of the worst in the game, Bushy. Stupid name as well. Hate Bushy. See if we can hit gold here. We cannot. If we don't hit on the next one, you know I'm restarting that game. Number 5. Are we 0 for our first 5? Come on. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. All right, 0 for our first 5. Let's keep it moving. Show us the gold, baby. Stop screwing me around. 0 for 6. It's a Pulcher Sentinel. I've got a couple copies of her. That's probably an empowerment. I know I have my Night Revs epics maxed out. Dang, 0 for 7. This is painful. Anax. I used to have him on one of my codes. It's even better now. That just shows you. Anax, an insanely good epic. My new code, my new download link in the description is so good I pushed Anax out. Wow, this hurts so bad, it's crazy. And I know I'm not like owed it, right? There's no 2x. This is not what the rates are. But 0 for 8, man. When I've been saving these for so long, it is tremendously painful. That Allure was a huge pull, though. I actually should not have skipped over that. I did not have Allure. Allure is very, very cheeky. Amazing decrease turn meter. Just turn off her A2, turn off her A3. Really incredible for Fire Knight. I'm sure I'll find other good uses for her in things like Doom Tower. I should not have glazed over that. Rockbreaker, I can glaze over. He sucks. All right, our 10th pull. Are we restarting again? Oh, we are, baby. Oh, and what a time to restart. One of the disgusting Battle Pass bears. Those guys suck. 0 for 10. We got 28 more to go. There's our first legendary. Come on, please. Ooh, Gretle. Okay. So we don't have Hansel, obviously, but that's pretty cool. You saw the Corvus go up to 20x. Let me know right now. Pause the video. Be helpful. There's a nice handful of champions I'm not familiar with. I've been learning some of them, but I was a very aggressive player from 2019 to beginning of 2023, and then from beginning of 2023 to beginning of 2025, I didn't play the game at all. So Gretle was a unit that came out in those 2 dark years for me. So some of those units I know, some I don't. I know either her or Hansel was a fusion, and I know they have like a bond skill. She looks really, really cool. One of the only flat-chested female units in the game, and honestly, I respect that. Not everyone needs big-ass knockers. So let's look at the kit. Attacks one enemy, 50% chance of placing a big version defense break. This goes up to 75% chance. Like I said, you kind of need Hansel, I feel like. If you have Hansel and he's on the same team, attacks all enemies instead, that's a really good AoE. The chance to place the decreased defense goes down to 25%, 50% with skill ups, but hey, it's an AoE. Also an extra hit under any enemies under buffs. That's very, very good, but you need Hansel, obviously. Quadruple hitter here. The first hit ignores 10% of the defense, second hit ignores 15, third 20, fourth 25. Pretty interesting. If this attack kills an enemy, resets the cooldown of the skill and fills her turn meter by 50%. The multipliers are good. That's a very good move. Then the A3. AoE decreases the turn meter of all enemies by 25%. If Hansel is on the team, decreases the turn meter instead by 50, and then it's irresistible. That'd be better. Fills the champion's turn meter by 20% for each enemy alive after this attack. 3 turn cooldown once again. It seems like you really want Hansel, and it really depends on her multipliers. A3, Sisterly Bond. Fills this champion's turn meter by 50% whenever an enemy is granted an extra turn. That could have some cool uses in Arena, especially PvP applications. If Hansel's there, also fills their turn meter, so Hansel's turn meter by 50% whenever an enemy is granted an extra turn. So her and Hansel, if Hansel's there. And then an active effect, this is only if you have Hansel. When Hansel is on the same team and he is killed by the enemy, instantly her A3 is activated. That's pretty cool. Attack in all battles, yeah. I'm guessing she was the fusion. I feel like until we get Hansel, it can't be that exciting unless the multipliers are through the roof, but I don't hear that much about her, which means she can only be so good, I feel like. But we like it. We hit our first legendary. We're up to a 20x on Corvus, 11 Sacreds in. I really want to hit 3 legendaries. So I feel like we're kind of on pace, right? A little bit. We've got 27 to go. We should hit at least 1 more unless we're totally cursed. Hopefully we hit another one soon. There we go. No back-to-back for us. That is a huge one, though. I've never pulled Deity. Deity was one of my most wanted non-void epics. That is pretty awesome. He's got a lot of spamming, a lot of extra turns in his kit. He can hit hard. He's got a defense break. He's got self-buffing. I like it. I like his kit a lot. I want to get this guy in Merciless or Relentless and have myself a lot of fun. That is a really cool pickup. Allure and Deity, that's pretty cool. And obviously the new Gretle. There's a Vergis. I have Vergis, but Vergis is pretty cool. Nice for soloing certain things, like the Scarab and Doom Tower. Getting him some empowerment's not the worst thing in the world. Some people might not know, back in the day, he was like one of the absolute worst epics, and they fully reworked him. One of the more aggressive rebalances they've done. Speaking of flat-chested, we've got an example of someone who is not, but they really look like they're made out of clay. This is a really poorly rendered OG champ. Woad painted. They also fully reworked her kit as well, speaking of like very aggressive rebalances. We go again. We got a Husk. I love Husk. We have him, but we'll take empowerment. And 1 more and we'll be 0 for our last 5 since Gretle, and we'll reset. Let's see. Dying. Brutal. And it's a terrible unit, Marksman. I hate Marksman. Let's keep it moving. We miss again. Really awful. Alaric the Hooded. That is terrible as it's going to get with an epic. Go again. Oh my god. Lady Atessa, worst ally attacker in the game. This is brutal right now. This is brutal right now. That's what this is. By Mycelic Priest Ornn. Ornn can kind of solo stuff. He's like a worse version, I feel like, of Corvus. We also already have him. But yeah, he's like an epic Corvus kind of. D-base, not defense, but similar ideas. Here's an interesting one, Delaja. That is a Mikage epic, but not one of the ones we need. The ones we've already pulled a few times. This is going to be our 10th summon since Gretle. Are we 0 for our next 10? We are. Oh boy, we are. 1 legendary and 21 sacreds. I am going to cry. I've been sitting on these for so long. I didn't expect much, but man, if we only get 1 or somehow maybe none, 1 more or none more, no more legendaries, that is going to be so painful. Oh my god. Frankly, every pull is just a step towards. There's another Thelesia. I think that might be +3 or 4 for her now. One of my more pulled units lately. These are all steps towards Leo, is what I was going to say. That's what's most important, but doesn't mean it doesn't still hurt. To do these outside of a 2x on like a very mediocre progressive, and to get these kind of rates, this feels very, very bad. Here is our 24th summon, Jareg, one of the OGs of the game. When I first started playing in like November 2019, so many people use Jareg for their clan boss, specifically for this, the ally protect and the increased defense. And then he's got the attack down on the basic. My God. Oh my God, this is cursed. This is cursed. 25, 1 for 25. I'm sure someone out there had worse luck, but this feels very bad. This is our 15th since Gretle. We miss again. Magnar. We'll always take Magnar empowerment. Someone told me my hair looks like Magnar. What could that even mean? These horns going up. He has like warts going up, but and he's bald. He's wearing a helmet. But it is what it is, baby. Let's reset. I mean, my God. We only have 12 more Sacreds to do. We're stopping at 6 because we're doing 38. So far, we've done 26, and I have 1 legendary. For the love of God, please. This game's kind of cursed, let's be honest. These rates this is insane. This is why you got to use my link, so you're guaranteed something new and something good. 4 insane units to start, and then you get your choice with the new player promo code of any of these 3 overpowered legendaries. There are more choices than that, but there's 3 that are especially good. I mean, this is brutal. It feels terrible. Oh my gosh. Kind of a fun unit though, Wasgar. We'll take empowerment for him. This feels so bad. Oh my God.
Shot it.
Oh, goodness gracious, dude. And like the Sylvan Watcher, such a goated faction for epics. Cormac is about the worst they've got to offer. Here's our 20th pull since Gretle.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Paula, Amazon Prime. 12 without a legendary. 12 without a legendary is when it kicks in. We've now done 20, so it's 8 since. So it's 16% more each pull. The base chance is 6%. So we're up to it. Next one will have a 22% chance. It's very, very unlikely we will not hit in the next 7. We're only pulling 7 more. It's also very unlikely we're going to hit more than 1. So we're going to do like 38 pulls for 2 Sacreds and reset our pity, our mercy. I mean, if it's a good pull, it's all worth it. I mean, we're getting Leonardo regardless, so it's all in pursuit of something important, but my God. This could have been account changing, and instead it feels like this is account stalling. Spent so long saving these. There was a 22% chance there. We missed. Now we're up to a 24% chance. We miss. Now a 26% chance. We miss. My first Skull Crusher. That's my first counterattack unit in the game. That's pretty fun. 28% chance. Hey, come on. Oh, Bad-el-Kazar. That's pretty fun. That's kind of like a version. That's kind of fun. That's kind of like a version of Corvus. You know, when I first started playing, here's a fun fact. Anyone that remembers the content creator Chosen, this was his profile picture, and that's with good reason. On multiple, literally multiple tier lists when I first started playing, he was rated as the strongest legendary in the game. A lot of stuff's changed, but he's still a very, very fun unit. One of the true OG OP legendaries in the game. That's a good pull. That's undeniably a good pull. It took literally everything we had. It has been how many pulls? 24 pulls since we got Gretle. But hey, that's a pretty fun unit. He has here an AoE hit where he's going to heal himself, so it makes him very good for soloing things. He's also going to heal all allies. It's going to scale off the damage inflicted. Then here, the A2, kind of what it's all about. He's got a full cleanse on everyone. Then he's going to place 2 continuous heals on allies and 2 big version poisons on enemies. It's simple, it's clean, it's good. 3-turn cooldown with books. He's also very cheap to book, right? 8 books. And then over here, all allies will inflict 20% more damage against targets under poison, so that's a nice unique buff. And then he's got a pretty lame aura here, increasing crit rate in all battles. But hey, there we go. We don't have to reset again because we're only doing 3 more. We're going to have to get very lucky to hit something, but we also have to pull because we still need whatever it is, 13,500 more points. Let's do this. You know, I'd rather get the 2 legendaries and one of them is very good, and we'll see about Gretle. Hey, there's Fane. We'll take that. I think that's my first or second Fane on this account. But yeah, we'd rather get some quality there, even if, frankly, Bad-el-Kazar's like been power crept in this game. But he's still relevant, or he'll be able to help me. We'd rather that than get like 4 or 5, but they stink. But also, these rates are making me feel ill. Cornelia, shout out to my boy YST. Finally, of course, there is another one, Malkith. Well, this was all about Leo, so let's do it. This, very demoralizing. Look at that. We have exactly the amount of points we need. 195,250. We have 1 extra points, just to recap. There you go. 195,250. Let's do it. Let's do this thing. Which brews do we want? I feel like magic brews are always good. What we're going to do now is go get this key right here. Let's get this. Get this key. Nice. Now we're going to go down the left and get our Leo. A lot of nice goodies in here as well, right? Use our key. There is Leonardo, baby. Beautiful guy. What do we want here? Let's stick with the theme. Pick this up. Let's get our second key. Now we're going to go down the right and get that beautiful, perfect soul. That 5-star perfect soul. So there you go, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like it. Please make sure you are subscribed to the channel. If you want to, I don't know, write that you're pouring one out for me in the comments, feel free to do that because these were pretty brutal pulls. And also, if you think you've done, oh my God, are we 100 points short? I messed up the math. We're 100 points short?
A few moments later.
All right, I realized what I did wrong. I went here and claimed here and went here and claimed here. I did not need to do that. So if you made it to the end of the video, wow, I suck. I could have just gone straight there and there. That cost me the extra 1,000 points. When I said 100 short, I was 1,000 short. My brain was just short-circuiting because I was so stupid. So we got to go get 1,000 points. We're going to summon to do it. All right, here we go. It's 300 points per ancient. We're just going to go ahead and do 4 ancient pulls. Who knows? Maybe we'll get the luckiest pull ever. I seriously doubt that, but you never know. Maybe this is how Corvus comes home. We need him less now that we got Bad-el, but I would have loved to pull him. So let's do four ancients. Actually, during all the spider farming I did to earn those first 24,000 points or whatever, I actually did earn exactly 4 ancients. So we're just having to go spend them now. Actually, I just realized I only have to do 3. Oh, there's an epic. Good time to end. There's a Morag. That's a good empowerment. Yeah, I just realized, right? Because we are at 49.1. That's 0.9. We should be good to go, and we're absolutely cooking. Sorry about that little flub, guys. But like I said, if you hated my luck, feel free to pour one out for me in the comments. Or very brutal, if you did worse than me, let me know in the comments, and I'll pour one out for you. Also, just wanted to include this at the end with Leo. I was able to get all 6 collab units. So boom, it is pizza time. Let's get that beautiful badge. Where is it? Where's my pizza time badge? There we go, pizza time, beautiful, and I should unlock that special pack, right? Maybe that's gonna pop up later, but we did get all 6. That's awesome. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to download using my link in the description in the top and comment. Share with your mother. I've been Fastidious, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.
Fastidious.